It was entrenched in me from very early on that it's important to contribute. It doesn't matter how. Everything has value if you're contributing and doing it in kind of a sense of service. So if you can make someone else benefit or you can contribute in a way, I think it's about finding the gifts that you have, your unique pieces, and then figuring out how you're going to contribute to the world. So for us, it's a multi-generation commitment, right? This is a family commitment. Our family has dedicated our lives to getting this to the end of the line where we can actually get it out there and change the world. My dad, Dr. Wayne Lott, started at the University of Saskatchewan and then moved over to the University of Manitoba. His focus of his research, his whole career has been on liver. And as he was doing that work, in his preclinical studies, he came across some anomalies that didn't make sense kind of in the bigger picture of how the body works. When he was doing certain manipulations of the liver, specifically around the nerves, the preclinical subjects were becoming type 2 diabetic. And that doesn't make sense based on current understanding of how type 2 diabetic evolves. He realized that there's actually a hormone that's produced by the liver that's responsible for type 2 diabetes. If you're missing this hormone that he's now named hepatolin, you've got type 2 diabetes. That's a huge, groundbreaking discovery. He felt it is his life's responsibility to figure this out and get this knowledge out to the world, and then also somehow get this out to the market where it's going to actually make a difference for people and share that knowledge, right, globally and make a difference. So that's really become the legacy, and that's really become the family legacy as well. If I have any time to play, if it's not with my family or involved in the community, I'm going to be whitewater kayaking or I'm going to be mountain biking. When I'm at the edge of my comfort zone where I'm going from perceived risk to real risk and I'm right at the edge of my skill set, nothing exists in that moment but me and what I'm doing, whether it's the river or the trail. And in many of those situations, you must execute flawlessly, because if you don't, there's real physical consequence. We call them must-make moves. I say this whole project is a must-make move. We're not going to stop, right? We didn't dedicate 2 generations of our family and our external family and build this team to fail. So we need to jump into that river with all the skills and all the team and the training and everything else, and you know what your risks are, and you got to make your moves. A couple of years after we founded the company, we decided we needed to join the chamber. I think the Manitoba Chamber does a good job of getting people excited, allowing them to see that we do have capacity here in Manitoba, and it's not just Winnipeg. And if we're really going to leverage opportunity or take advantage of opportunity and leverage what we have here in terms of capacity, we need to make those connections. And I think Manitoba Chamber is really good at doing that. When I interact with the Chamber, I feel supported. I feel like the Chamber's team is rooting for me. They literally are. When they post things on social media or they respond to something or they call you or they invite you to an event, they are rooting for you. And I feel that. My dad, he's always looked at it and said, is there some knowledge I can bring to the world to make a difference? We're checking the boxes and we're knocking out of the park, and we're doing that from Winnipeg, from Dauphin, from Canada, and we're staying true to our mission, and we're staying on track with our plan. Every role we have is a critical role, and in every role we have someone in there is way better at that job than I could ever be. So if you have the right team together and you've got that kind of foundation of trust and you've got that competency there, then as long as you're aligned in the right direction, that's how we're changing the world.